Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 floating villages. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Civilizations are known to have developed around water bodies across the world as it was necessary to meet various everyday requirements such as drinking water, irrigation, and fishing, etc. Even in modern times, cities and population centers have been emerged near water bodies with commerce and sustainability become the main advantages. However, there are communities that live on the water rather than next to it. Known as floating villages or boat communities, these settlements on the surface of inland water bodies were developed due to various reasons, such as ethnic and occupational in different parts of the world. Here is a list of 10 such floating villages located in various parts of the world. Number 10. Tonle Sap, Cambodia. One of the freshwater lakes in Cambodia, Tonle Sap, houses hundreds of floating villages. The floating village in this region is a result of the size of the lake, which fluctuates in seasons. The lake that expands to a 31,000 square kilometers area in the wet season, regarded to be the largest freshwater lake in Asia, and the largest freshwater floodplain in the world. According to reports, there are almost 170 floating villages sitting on towering stilts in the lake. The lake was included in the United Nations Biosphere list in the year 1997. Number 9. Mogan, Thailand. Living in boats in the waters surrounding Southeast Asia, these sea gypsies, known as Mogans, were first brought to notice after the 2005 tsunami, since none of them was victims of the natural calamity. The nomadic community inhabit the waters off Burma, Thailand, Malaysia and Borneo. They lead a simplistic life, spending their lives on boats, following unique customs and traditions and speaking a language completely different to the existing ones around them. The origin of the community remains uncertain, as some scholars believe it is Indonesia, some believe they came from India. As part of the Thai government's effort to issue them Thai citizenship, the name of this nomadic people has officially changed to Thai Mai or New Thai. Number 8. Uros, Peru. The Uros people of Lake Titicaca in the Latin American country of Peru have created their own floating reed islands. Made with a special kind of reed totora that is available only in this region, their homes, despite their traditional lifestyle, features products such as televisions and radios, etc. While each island that is part of the community has reed houses, the biggest island features a watchtower. Uros community is regarded to have originated much before the Incas ruled these areas, and it is believed that they were forced to choose this lifestyle when the Incas expanded onto their land. According to their folklore, they were once gods chosen but later on discarded and banished as inferiors because of avarice and other vices. At present, the community makes its living from fishing and tourism. Number 7. Dayasan. Dayasan floating village in Surigao City, Philippines, is a fishing village known for its houses on wooden stilts on the surface water. Popularly known as Little Venice of Surigao City, the village is home to around 1,800 people. In this floating village, houses are built on wooden stilts, or piles of rock in the shallow water, and feature waterways and small pedestrian bridges. In addition to the house stand on water, the village also has village meeting houses known as purik centers for public gatherings. The villagers make their living from fishing, and also raise fish and lobsters in enclosures in the village. Number 6. Ha Long Bay. Located in Vietnam, the Ha Long or Ha Long Bay's floating village comprises of 4 villages, where people sustain through fishing and fish cultivation activities. Ha Long means a dragon which descends, refers to the native folklore of dragons protecting the bay from invasion threats. Originally emerged as a place for returning fishermen to sell their catch, the Ha Long Bay was later turned into a floating village. Now the floating villages have around 1,600 people live in 4 fishing villages such as Kua Van, Ba Hang Kong Tau and Vong Vieng. Sustained through fishing and marine aquaculture, each village in Ha Long Bay is a completely self-contained society. Recognizing its cultural relevance, UNESCO has designated the Ha Long Bay area as a World Heritage Site. Number 5. Gandhi. Situated on the waters of Lake Nicoya, the stilt village of Gandhi is a residential formation comprising of people of Tufinu ethnicity. First built in the 16th century, the village was created when escaping from Fon warriors Wo tried to kidnap people to feed the slave trade, and selected the region since invaders held a belief that no kind of war could be waged either over or under water. With a population of almost 20,000 people, the village now features school, hospital, floating shops and even a hotel targeting tourists. The mode of transportation used by the villagers is kayaks, while the main occupation is fishing and trading of fruits and vegetables. Known as the Venice of Africa, Gandhi is now Africa's largest lake village. Number 4. Yawnway. Located on the Lake of Inle, the floating village of Yawnway has a cluster of 17 hamlets that has a population of around 70,000 people. The Lake of Inle is the second largest lake in Myanmar, featuring an estimated surface area of 116 square kilometers. In the floating village of Yawnway, the houses are built on stilts, and kayaks are used for transportation. Fishing is the main activity in the village, while trading of vegetables and fruits is also carried out for a living. Currently, the floating village of Yawnway is a major tourist attraction in the country. Number 3. Kampong Fluk. A cluster of 3 villages of stilted houses, Kampong Fluk is located within the floodplain about 16 kilometers southeast of Siem Reap. Home of about 1,800 families and around 6,000 people, Kampong Fluk is a major tourist destination in the region. During the dry season in Kampong Fluk, the stilts of the houses will expose due to the lack of water, and many of the villagers move out onto the lake to stay in temporary houses. When the water level rises and the stilts will go under the water, the families move back to their permanent houses on the floodplain. The villagers make their living from fishing, particularly from shrimp harvesting. Number 2. Aberdeen. Once a thriving hub of a floating village, the floating village of Aberdeen in Hong Kong has now drastically gone down. The floating village was established by a group of people, known as tanker, who came to Hong Kong in 600s and 700s when the area was gaining a major foothold as an important harbor. The total population of these boat dwellers in Hong Kong was estimated at 40,000 in 1982. Number 1. Sea Gypsies of Borneo. The Sea Gypsies of Borneo, known as the Bajau, has successfully evolved as a peaceful community live entirely off of the sea for years. By setting up their homes on boats off the coast of Borneo, the Sea Gypsies of Borneo depends on fishing as an economic activity. These boat-dwelling nomads were created as ethnic conflicts forced them to migrate from the islands of the Sulu archipelago in the Philippines to areas Sabah and Borneo. While the community was living disconnected from the outside world in the past, the recent time has witnessed some of them are moving onshore to live on the small islands near to mainland. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.